This is how you can get the piano sound from Idea 9 to sound just like the original one. And to do this, I'm using only 5 simple steps and using 2 free downloadable plugins. And I'm going to show you step by step how to do it using all the settings I've used so that you can get this beautiful piano sound yourself. Let's get started. I am gonna start a new instrument track, all empty. And the first step I'm gonna do is to add the Labs Spitfire plugin. And if you don't have it, you can download it. I'll put the link up on the screen. And for further instructions on how to install this exact plugin pack, I do have more details on that on another video. If you want to watch my Idea 12 video, for instance, I do go through it in more detail, how to select the plugin, install the pack, and yeah, in more great detail. So look at that video if you want more details on that. For now, I have it already installed, and I'm going to tune the settings here to 0.3 on this first one, and then 100%, and here 17%. If you've seen some of my other videos, these settings are a bit different for other Idea songs, but for this one I found this worked pretty good. And when you've done that, it will sound something like this, or it doesn't because I have muted the channel. So let me just unmute this by soloing it, and now I should be able to play. Right, you can hear that. So this is the default sound of the Lab soft piano, and so far so good. Next step, we will add some gain to it. Okay, so for step 2, we're gonna add a gain plugin here. I'm gonna search gain and a stereo gain. We're gonna put that at 16 decibels, so 16.0, just like that. And that's a really simple step to do. And what it just does is increase the volume of the entire track. You could, of course, just increase the volume knob on your track, but I find this to be the best way. And let me also bring over this MIDI track so that we can just play it back. And without the gain, it's low volume. Then with the gain, we're just bringing up the volume to a production level sound level. Okay, so it sounds good already. Let's move on to the next step. Okay, so for this step, we're gonna add a direction mixer. Now this is a optional step, I would say, because first of all, if you don't have Logic Pro, it might not be called direction mixer. You need some other stock plugin or something to make the stereo width smaller. But if you don't have it, the sound is still beautiful without this. This is just to get it close to the original one, but you may prefer to have the stereo width. I'm going to show you how it sounds before and after, of course. So we'll put this at 0.20. So this is without it. Now when I enable it, can you hear that it's a bit more narrow centered? Of course, if you're not on headphones but you're listening on your phone, you won't be able to hear this difference very clearly. And as I said, you might like it the way it's without it. So I would tell you don't need this one, but if you do add it, maybe also play around with the settings. Perhaps you like it a bit different. But I put it at 0.20 just to get it close to the original track. And that's it. Let's move on. Before we continue, a quick shout out to this user, Mr. XXSalaryXX, who commented on one of my other videos, this one. He says, "Can you please do Idea 9 piano sound, please? It's not Lab soft piano." Well, actually, I think it is. "And please do tutorials for Studio One and FL. Please." All right. Well, you, Mr. XX Salary XX, not exactly sure how to pronounce that. Your channel is here, it seems. Quick fun fact: this is a Norwegian letter, which I know. Sørlare EX, I would say this in Norwegian. You, Mr. Inspired me to actually make this video, so you were my motivation. So let me just say that I am currently recording this right now. Hope you will like it. All right, so that's it. I owe you a thank you, Mr. Salary X. So hope you will see this video once it's finished. All right, let's move on. So now we're gonna do some EQing. And in Logic, I will click here, then go to EQ and then Channel EQ. And I will not choose the stereo one, but the dual mono one, because that one has this extra little button here. So when I click that one, I can toggle this drop down to mid side, and that will enable these two here, so that I can EQ the mids separate from the side, and we can have different different side for mids and sides, obviously. Now this is in Logic. If you're using FL Studio or Studio One or whatnot, you'll have to find some way to do the similar thing and not just EQ the stereo as a whole, but find a mid versus side EQ option. I might do a different tutorial for FL Studio or Studio One or other DAWs separate, so that I can figure these out specifically. But for now, this is Logic at least, and GarageBand will maybe have exactly the same settings. And I have a cheat sheet next to me here, so I'm gonna show you exactly how these settings will go in. Starting with these this left one here, which is a low cut. Let's plug in 30.2 hertz, and 12 dB is fine. 0.88. Oops, that's wrong. 0.88. Okay, that's the first one. Then moving on, this one should not be enabled. This one, the yellow one, should be at 133 and just plus 2.6 decibels and 1.60. And next, this green one, we'll place it at 735 hertz. This one's going to be negative, so negative 10.5 dB. Whoops, that's wrong again. Negative 10.5 and 1.60. Okay, so sharp drop there. This one we'll keep turned off, the next one, but this one, blue one, will be on at 2620. This is going to be a slight increase, plus 1.5 dB, then 0.39. Finally, we have a high shelf here enabled, and we're going to place it at 2320 hertz. This is going to be quite a large increase, 9.6 dB, and 1.0 for the value there will be fine. And then at the end, a high cut at 12,700 hertz, and 24 dB is fine, and then 0.27. And that's all of the settings for this mid one. Let's move on to the side section, and we'll do the same thing. We can just disable all of these first, and then we will start off with a low pass here, which we will place at 224 hertz, increase it by 9.3 decibels, and a Q value of 1.60. Okay, so that's increasing the bass a lot in the side here. Next, we're going to add this yellow one, put it at 120 hertz. This is going to be negative 6.5 dB, and the 1.1 like that. Next, this green one, we're going to put it at 234 hertz. Also negative 5 dB, and then 2.2. Next, we're going to skip these, go all the way over to the high shelf. This is going to be a quite high increase at 2000 hertz and up by 12.1 dB. That's quite a lot. And then 1.5 for the value there. And we're going to end this one with a high cut at 9200 hertz. And 24 dB is fine, and 0.1 for the value there. Okay, so then we have the sides entered, and we have the mids entered. And once we do that, we will have a new sound for this. Let's listen to it before. So I've turned this one off. Okay, and now turning it on. Can you hear the difference? Off is like this, and with it on, like this. So you might need headphones, good headphones, or good quality speakers to hear it, but now it's a lot closer to the original. We can even have a little comparison right now. So this, if I do this, this is the original track. This is ours before the EQ. If I toggle back and forth, you can hear it's a bit different. And when I enable the EQ, we can go back and forth. Now it's a lot more similar. Okay. The final step includes adding a reverb. And for this, I'm using the Valhalla Supermassive plugin, which is free. And I'll put the download link on the screen and in the description. And for this one, you will have to choose the mode to Sagittarius. Then the preset, you'll go to Reverbs, Z Massive, and choose Dark Matter. And then for the settings here, we will add the mix at around 25.6. Again, these aren't super accurate. It's just what I landed on. And if you want to tweak around, maybe you want more reverb, who knows? So just play around. And these are just the settings I found and landed on, but it's not set in stone. For the delay, make sure it's on milliseconds here, and then choose 150.6, warp 88.3, and then feedback we want 98.1, and density 100 is fine. Mod rate is a bit lower, 0.13. Depth 50 is fine. EQ high should be at around 8240. And then for the low here, we'll go with 170. Right? And again, these aren't super accurate. If you want to tweak them a bit, please do. But for now, this is what I have. And we can listen to it with and without that. So if I play it first without it, this is what it sounds like. Then adding the reverb. Okay, we get a lot more shimmer in the background there. And without it, like this, with. Okay, so that's the final kind of touch to really get this, beautiful sound to the piano. And then once we've done that, we can actually bounce this to a separate track, bounce in place. Just leave that one. And we'll get the audio. And now we can compare this one to the original that we had up here. So if I do this, I can play them back and forth. And the original, then ours, and the original. So you can see, I mean, is it 100%? Maybe not. Is it good enough to play around with, have fun with, and be happy with your sound you have? Yes, absolutely. And now you can use this sound for your own piano recording and just play around and yeah, make some beautiful piano music yourself using this sound. You're welcome.